This week's anime unfolds the story of three friends who one day, along with the entire human population, are reminded of their vulnerability in the face of humanoid creatures called Titans. Eren Yeager, the protagonist, is determined to join the Scout Regiment with the goal of getting revenge and eliminating all Titans. The episode kicks off with a chilling scene, the terrified eyes of our protagonist and the entire city of Shiganshina. A colossal Titan, its gigantic hand looming over the 50-meter tall wall, sends shockwaves through the population. As the smoke rises, the creature's monstrous head emerges. A narrator tells us how that day, humanity was finally reminded of the terror of being at their mercy, trapped inside a cage. The next shot reveals the Titan's back, surveying the city he's about to obliterate. The scene transitions to the Scout Regiment, a group of soldiers on horseback, preparing to attack. The leader announces that they have only one target, and once taken down, the humans will claim the first stronghold beyond the walls. They split into 5 groups, one of them being Bait. The assault squads employ omnidirectional gear, equipment which takes the form of a body harness. With this apparatus, they move through the forest, encircling the Titan. One of the soldiers closes in for the kill. The narrative transitions to Eren's haunting dream visions, a montage of Titans devouring humans, abandoned toys, soldier corpses, and a Titan's ominous smile. Mikasa wakes Eren from this unsettling trance, his eyes betraying the weight of what he saw. Sheltered beneath a tree, having collected bundles of firewood, Eren rubs his eyes and attempts to recall the dream. Without Eren realizing it, tears start streaming down his face. The year is 845, in the Shiganshina district. Titans roam outside the walls, and the district, separated from the outside world, buzzes with life. Eren and Mikasa, carrying firewood on their backs, enter the city, and Eren asks his adoptive sister not to tell anyone that he cried. As they enter through the gate, Haynes, a garrison regiment worker, welcomes them, teasing Eren about his crying. He reeks of alcohol because he and his 3 colleagues have been drinking booze and playing cards. Eren gets mad and screams at the gate guard because they're not prepared to fight in case Titans break the walls and get inside the city. The scene cuts for a moment to a merchant cutting a fish's head, and we return to Eren's furious eyes. One of Haynes' colleagues sits up and reassures Eren that, if need be, they will take care of business. But for 100 years, Titans haven't penetrated the walls. Still, Eren warns them that there is nothing more dangerous than ignorance, as his father said. Eren yells that they should change their name to Wall Construction Squad, because they are not prepared to fight the humanoid monsters. Haynes argues that it's better for the soldiers to be called useless freeloaders. That means there is peace. But Eren disagrees and says the peace Haynes defends means that humans live as cattle, inside the walls. Haynes' colleagues laugh a bit, but Haynes is visibly affected. Mikasa and Eren walk away, and Haynes believes Eren wants to join the Scout Regiment. Then we get a shot of the many houses in the city, constructed one above another on a hill. As they mount the hill, Mikasa tells Eren to forget about the Scout Regiment. Soon, a bell rings in the city, which signals the return of the Scout Regiment. Eren takes Mikasa's hand, and they go to see the heroes entering the city. They climb on some wooden cubes so they can see the soldiers. Eren is excited and catches the gaze of a blonde soldier, but he looks battered and demoralized. All the soldiers are wounded and bandaged, wearing horrified expressions on their faces. They pass through the crowd, and the townspeople talk about how few men have made it back. Eren watches the procession with frightful eyes. Suddenly, a woman interrupts the soldiers' march, calling her son's name, Moses. The leader offers the mother a bandaged arm, all that could be retrieved from her son's body. The woman starts weeping, holding her son's arm tightly to her chest. With tears in her eyes, the woman asks the leader to confirm that her son's death helped humanity fight back. The leader says, of course, but then a gloomy expression spreads across his face, and he confesses, in front of the woman and the townspeople, that all the scouting missions have proved useless. Everybody watches the soldiers in sheer shock and despair. The leader screams that it was his incompetence that sent soldiers to their death without them learning anything about the Titans. As the Scout Regiment proceeds through the district, the inhabitants express disappointment with the soldiers' lack of achievements. Annoyed by their behavior, Eren strikes one man with a wood stick. Mikasa intervenes, dragging Eren away. Eren laments and asks Mikasa to leave him, and she eventually throws Eren and his firewood into a wall. With a serious face, Mikasa asks him if he changed his mind about joining the Scout Regiment. Eren doesn't answer and proceeds to gather the wood. We transition to the moment Mikasa and Eren arrive home. Eren's mother praises him for his hard work, but then teases him that Mikasa helped him. The family is seated at the table, having lunch, and Eren's father is preparing to leave for a work trip to the interior wall. Suddenly, Mikasa announces that Eren wants to join the Scout Regiment. His mother is scandalized and grabs Eren by the shoulders. She yells he doesn't understand how many people have died outside the walls. Eren's father intervenes and asks him why he wants to go outside. Eren says he doesn't want to live in ignorance for the rest of his life. Plus, he wants to honor the lives of those who sacrificed before him. His father acknowledges his answer and makes his way to the door. His wife Carla is worried and wants him to talk some sense into Eren, but Dr. Yeager responds that words can't hold back human curiosity. He pulls out a key tucked in his coat and promises Eren to show him his basement upon returning. Eren can't stop smiling and greets his father away. Shortly, his mother cuts his enthusiasm, telling him to forget about the Scout Regiment. Eren runs away, and Carla makes sure to teach Mikasa that they should always be there for each other. Then, we witness Armin, Eren's best friend, taking a beat from 3 punks. Armin doesn't want to stoop to their level, so he doesn't hit back. The bullies can't argue with Armin, so they resort to violence to punish him for his smartness. Before they can hit Armin again, Eren appears, running, followed by Mikasa. Seeing Mikasa, the bullies back off, frightened. Eren tries to offer Armin a hand to pull him up, but he refuses and gets up on his own. We cut to a riverbank, where Armin tells his 2 friends the reason why he's been hit. He said humanity needs to venture into the outside world at some point. Eren is annoyed that people look down on the ones who want to go outside. Armin understands the reason. People are afraid of the Titans ending the 100 years of peace they had. So, the royal government made having an interest in the outside world a taboo. Mikasa seems to disagree with them, a moment in which Eren reproaches her for telling his parents about his wish to join the Scout Regiment. Armin reflects on the apparent safety people believe they have inside the walls. The truth is, the walls could fall any day and disturb the lives of families, reuniting for dinner and kids playing at sunset. Lightning suddenly strikes outside the wall. The townspeople experience an earthquake. Armin, Eren, and Mikasa steady themselves and hurry to understand what happened. Then we resume the scene at the beginning, when a Titan hand appears and grabs the wall. Everybody is watching in shock, how a colossal Titan emerges from behind the wall. The Titan gives a destructive blow to the wall, sending rock boulders flying everywhere. People get hit and find themselves trapped beneath debris. The 3 friends watch terrified as a 50-meter tall Titan opens a hole in the wall once believed indestructible. Chaos ensues as smaller Titans flood the city. The inhabitants run in all directions, trying to save their lives. Eren and Mikasa run towards their home, hoping to find it intact. Armin shakes with terror and knows the Titans are going to overrun the city. Eren and Mikasa race home, only to find their house in ruins and their mom caught in debris. The 2 try to lift the pillar crushing their mother, but it's too heavy. They see Titans roaming nearby in search of humans to eat, and they make another attempt to aid their mother. Carla urges Eren to take Mikasa and run immediately, but Eren doesn't want to leave his mother behind, despite her pleading. Haynes comes and wants to help the 3 of them by slaughtering the humanoid creatures, but as he sees the evil look and smile on the Titan's face, he gets scared. He comes back to take Eren and Mikasa with him, leaving Carla to her fate. As the 3 run away, Eren's mother calls out her children's name and tells them they need to survive. A recollection of them being together flashes through her mind. Her tears flow down her cheeks. She stops herself from screaming, "Don't go." Eren sees the female Titan picking up his mother, and he screams for her to stop. The female Titan grabs Eren's mother in her fist and takes her to her mouth. Eren's mother struggles until the Titan kills her. Eren watches in horror as the Titan bites his mother in half. Blood particles fly through the air and sprinkle the ground before Eren. The narrator resumes what he told us at the beginning, that day, humanity was reminded of the terror of being at their mercy. We get a last shot of the female Titan swallowing Eren's mother. The sun sets, and we see how the city is under siege by the merciless Titans. If you enjoyed this series, let me know in the comments below. You should also check out last week's featured anime, The Eminence in Shadow, in which a boy's wish to exceed human limits is granted when he reincarnates on another world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.